faraway Negros, so far yet so near. How far or how near a place is depends on where we are and where our heart is. I have 3 daughters, and I really wished that even if they are already married and have children of their own, we as a family can still build homes in one compound and eventually have a family corporation. Each of my daughters married the prince of her heart. For a while their babies are growing up, they resided just nearby, that we are able to have family togetherness most of the time. However, my eldest one had to join her husband to faraway Negros when my 2 grandchildren were already in their graders. As a unified, close-knit family, we desire to have constant get-together as much as possible. For 9 years in a row, by now, we travel mostly by plane, going to Negros Occidental to see my daughter's place and family, my grandchildren growing up in that faraway place from where I am, on occasions and whenever necessary. This New Year 2023, we decided to cross the big and small islands with my eldest daughter and family, going back to Bacolod from a December vacay in Pangasinan. We had road trips from our hometown in Pangasinan to Batangas Port. This is our first stopover, Batangas City, January 3. After a 5-hour tiring trip to Batangas, we had to spend the night at a hotel near the port at about twilight time. We looked up at the layers of electrical and telephone wire lines along Evangelista Street, Barangay 15, and there were millions of little night birds sleeping side by side as if they were just dried fishes hanging, till we vividly gazed at them by the terrace of our hotel. And yes, they are passerine birds or starlings. So cute! These flocks of birds slept through the night at the wires and even at the large transformers. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, they wake up and fly as in forming a murmuration. What is a murmuration? According to Wikipedia, murmuration is a natural phenomenon that occurs when hundreds or thousands of birds like starlings fly together in a whirling, ever-changing pattern. After being awed by that phenomenon of nature, we headed to Batangas Port for our trip to Mindoro via Montenegro Lines, a huge ferry boat that loads around 300 people and about 30 to 50 automobiles at the lower deck. The sail was rough and scary due to the low pressure area occurring then. But thank God, we were safe and we happily docked at Mindoro Port. We got happier boarding our van going to Puerto Galera, Oriental Mindoro, known as the Island of Surprises. So this is our second stopover, Puerto Galera Resort, January 4. My husband and I celebrated our 42nd anniversary here at Puerto Galera just by simply walking and eating by the white beach. We had overnight at Mangyan Hotel with my daughter's family with 4 of my grandchildren. Details of our stint at Amazing Galera are featured on a separate vlog entitled Discovering Puerto Galera at Aloha Feels TV channel. Now for our next and the third stopover, it is at the Extreme Adventure Park. On the way to Mindoro Port, we dropped by the Extreme Adventure Park at Barangay Santo Niño, Puerto Galera, Oriental Mindoro, to do some Nerf games, ATV, go-kart racing, and archery. The games were a bunch of fun, of course, though a bit tiresome. And there was chocolate ice cream for the kids and adults to refresh before going on with our road trip to Mindoro Port to get another vessel, the Starlight, to bring us to Caticlan Port. The more than 3 hours of ferry boat ride to Caticlan was more exciting as the weather improved and we got a dose of sea breeze while watching the serene waters, hoping to see some flying fish, and appreciating sceneries at the middle of the vast waters where the clouds meet the seas. And soon we had a glimpse of the beautiful Boracay Island from afar. Fourth stopover, Boracay Island, January 6. It was a Friday and a lot of tourists are on queue at the registration table and at the motorboat terminal. We rode on a tourist motorboat to the island proper and boarded a jeep to Station 2, where we had a reservation at the beachfront resort. Here we come, Boracay, one of the finest beaches in the world, famous for its white fine sand, like as if you're walking on powdery ground and it feels cool on your feet. Details of our adventure in Boracay is also featured on another vlog entitled Why Bora is So Much Fun, right here at Allow Feels TV. Going back to our van for the next 5-hour road trip to Dumangas Port, Iloilo, we brought the memories of Boracay with joy in our hearts. Reaching Dumangas at past 3 in the afternoon, we were lucky to get a fast cat that will bring us to Bacolod Port. Boarding the vessel, after about a few minutes, there was a rainbow that appeared, floating at the sea. Moving towards Bacolod, it was about sundown, and the sunset was at its best. I caught it on my palms, to my delight, as caught on cam by my daughter. This phenomenon of nature really made our long and winding trip of 5 days and 4 nights going to Bacolod a marvelous and wonderful one. So far, Negros is still a faraway land for me, but it is for sure so far yet so near.